We get into that. If you have not subscribed already, please hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell to get notified about all my upcoming videos, and hit the like button. It helps the channel a ton. Now let's kick it off with PSX, the biggest piece of news here, and it comes from GamingRoute.com, titled Sony registers a new trademark for PlayStation Experience event, also known as PSX. So this is official. They've done it, and sometimes they do these things just to keep that trademark, but at the same time, it's very interesting because now it raises a question. Are we going to get another PSX? We haven't had one, I think, since 2017. In fact, they didn't even do one for the PS5, debut. So it made me wonder what would make them want to go back to this naming event for, PlayStation Experience. They haven't done it since 2017, but it turns out they might still be interested in doing this. Now, obviously, this is no confirmation here, but it does raises the questions that, hey, this is a lot more likely, and what could they be planning with this? Now, if you guys remember, and this actually was posted a few days back on Reddit, and it says, I heard from one of my sources that apparently the next PlayStation event is planned for July 8th with an actual trailer for GTA Expanded and Enhanced. So it's key that they write this here. This source is new, but was proven right twice. I don't like to say, but I need you to take this with, obviously, as they say, a grain of salt. And then there was a response to somebody who says, any leaks about what the E&E version will bring to the table? And they said, hello there, I don't know anything about what's going on at Rockstar in their games. I just heard that this event happening on July 8th and that the GTA 5 Expanded and Enhanced will make an appearance there. Like I said, you should take this with a grain of salt, and this source is new to the collection, hasn't been wrong yet, and pretty much goes on to say why they believe that this is legitimate. Now, obviously, with rumors, we just got to take them as they are, rumors at the end of the day. Now, obviously, with this trademark being registered, it raises some questions, right? Like, is this really going to happen? Could this really happen? And fairly enough, it is a lot more plausible now that this has happened. Now, I know there were mumblings and rumblings all over the internet about there being a July 8th event or end of June event, and it looks like that could happen. But I also would like to present this thought. Could this possibly be pushed back even further so they can have even more things to show? We know PlayStation has a lot that they have not shown off yet. We have God of War. We have whatever Insomniac is working on, which is, presumably Spider-Man 2. We have Sucker Punch, we have Naughty Dog, we have so much in the pipeline that we have not seen yet, and it would be a great opportunity to show all this off at a PlayStation Experience event. If they need more time for more games to be ready, that would be pretty awesome, even if they did have to push it back a bit. But based on all the rumblings on the internet, I'm thinking that July 8th is looking like a very possible, date for this kind of event. Then again, it could also be any time in July. These leaks, we'll call them, are not very accurate all the time. Sometimes they're a little bit further away or a little closer. In this case, I think that this is probably further away than we think. If not, I'm more than happy to get an event earlier. That would be awesome. As it was weird not having a PlayStation event in June when all these other companies were doing it, but we know Sony does their thing in different ways now. Like, they don't follow the crowd anymore. They kind of do what they want to do, and they're the market leader. That's what they're going to do. They're not going to follow anybody. So next up, I did want to talk to you guys about this new patent system that better manages console notifications. This comes from PlayStationLifestyle.net, and it says Sony Interactive Entertainment recently filed a patent for a system that summarizes notifications for users and makes room for better notification management. It says techniques for managing notifications are described in an example. A computing device presents content in an application window based on an execution of an application. Notification data is received by a computing device based on a context associated with the computing device, such as whether the application window is the foreground and whether the notification data is associated with the application, or such as the operational mode of the computing device. A determination is made whether to present a corresponding notification in context within the application window or in a pop-up window. Otherwise, notification is added to a notification list and can be summarized in a notification summary. So basically what this means, it's going to know when and where to post these notifications to you, how important they are. They're going to be prioritized based on what you're doing and prioritized based on the importance to you. So it all makes sense, and I feel like that's kind of the way it should be, and I'm glad to see that this will be an enhancement right off the bat from what we've been seeing, which is in some cases a lot of notifications at the same time, and you're just wondering, like, is there a way to kind of organize these where you're only getting the ones that matter the most to you, or only being shown up in your face the ones that are actually relevant to what you're doing? Now, lastly, I wanted to talk to you guys about this Demon's Souls remake situation. I remember we were talking about it possibly coming to the PS4 based on some information and something being uploaded to the PlayStation 4 servers. And it turns out that there's more to this than meets the eye. So this comes from WCCF Tech, and this is a response from Lance McDonald, who has commented on the database entry, revealing that it is 4 years old. In quotes, the database entry is over 4 years old, and whoever scraped it managed to somehow do it without obtaining even a single piece of metadata to verify any aspect of it, so I don't think it's worth even acknowledging personally. He goes on to say, it's very likely a PS Now entry for the internal port of Demon's Souls PS3 for PS4 that was created during the early stages of Remake for the purpose of remote QA. Sony often do this. These builds are never intended for release. And this kind of clarifies everything that we were wondering. Like, what are they doing? Or why are they saying this game is a PS5 exclusive and then bringing it over to the PS4? And it turns out that that's not really the case. And this explains it really well to me. I think that all makes sense. I think Lance McDonald has, enough credibility as well that he knows what he's talking about. So overall, I'm pretty happy about that, as, Demon's Souls Remake was probably one of the reasons a lot of people bought a PS5 when they did. Mind you, I know that the PS5 is not exactly, short on demand, but just to say that if you're going to put out a game as a PS5 exclusive, it should remain that way because a lot of people buy platforms based on that. So it's nice to see that this will, I guess it sounds horrible for me to say it's nice to see this won't go to PS4, because that's not exactly how I mean it, but I mean that it's nice to see that they said it was a PS5 exclusive and it's going to remain that way. Now, if this did go to PS4, I personally wouldn't be upset about it, but I know there are some that would be, and at the end of the day, I think it's great when a lot of people can play games, but also you have to make purpose for these consoles so people can go out and buy them. If everything is cross-gen, then what's the point? And I feel like it's nice to see games like Ratchet and Clank that isn't cross-gen. It's nice to see this game, Returnal. It's nice to see other games that are going to come out in the future, probably after the next 3, that are going to be PS5 only. And at that time, hopefully the supply will be enough for the demand. But that's all I have for you guys in today's video. I'd love to hear from you. What do you think of all this news, especially this PSX trademark? Do you think that this could spell a PSX showcase coming up soon? How do you feel about this new Sony patent? And lastly, what do you think of Demon's Souls Remake and the explanation that Lance McDonald gave to why it wouldn't come to PS4? Let me know in the comments. And as always, if you have not subscribed already, please hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell to get notified about all my upcoming videos, and hit the like button. It helps the channel a ton. You can follow me on Twitter and Twitch. Links will be in the description, and share this video with a friend. I will talk to you all on the next one. Take care.